Picture this. While the rest of the planet was still hitting the snooze button on a random June morning, Manila blazed to life with 2,743 solar-powered lamps, every single one hand-built by Filipinas, who decided sunrise should happen on their terms. It's not just a cute little arts and crafts project, babes. This was a whole entire movement. These women, these absolute queens, literally handcrafted a new dawn for communities that had been living in the dark. They said, "Oh, you don't have electricity? Hold my pandasol." And just like that, they lit up the world, breaking a whole Guinness World Record while they were at it. Talk about a glow-up, literally. And that, you guys, is just the appetizer, the little before the main course. We're talking about a nation of over 7,000 islands packed with people who wake up and choose audacity every single day. We don't just follow trends, we set records in ways you couldn't even imagine. From building arenas so big they make other stadiums look like a dollhouse, to creating hotels shaped like, yes, a chicken. Because why not? We are extra and we are proud of it. We take go big or go home as a personal challenge. If that doesn't flip your idea of what just another day in the Philippines looks like, then you better buckle up, because we're only getting started. This isn't just a list of random facts, okay? This is a journey, a whole vlog, into the heart of Filipino resilience, creativity, and the sheer unbothered confidence to do the impossible. We're about to dive deep into the stories of my people, our people, who looked at the world record book and said, "You know what this needs? A little more adobo seasoning." So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Okay, so let's get real about these solar lamps because, honestly, I'm still gagged. This wasn't some big corporation swooping in for a PR stunt. No, ma'am. This was the Leader of Light project, a grassroots movement that's basically the fairy godmother of sustainable energy. They teamed up with thousands of Filipinas, many of whom had never even held a soldering iron before. Can you imagine? Your tita, your Lola, your sister, suddenly becoming a tech genius overnight, building a sustainable future with her own two hands. It's giving main character energy. They gathered in Manila, a whole army of light bringers, with one mission, to build enough solar-powered lamps to smash a world record, and more importantly, to illuminate communities living without electricity. We're talking about places so remote, their only light after sunset is the moon. These lamps weren't just about seeing in the dark. They were about giving children more time to study, allowing small businesses to stay open later, and making streets safer for everyone. It's about dignity, you guys. Each lamp was made from simple, everyday materials, like plastic bottles and little solar panels. It's the ultimate Filipino ingenuity, you know? We can take a Spam can and turn it into a planter, so of course, we can take a bottle and turn it into a sun. The process was a whole vibe. Picture thousands of women chatting, laughing, sharing stories, all while meticulously assembling these little beacons of hope. It was a masterclass in community, in spirit. And the number, you guys, 2,743. Let that sink in. That's not just a number they pulled out of a hat. That's 2,743 families whose lives were about to change. That's 2,743 little pieces of the sun, gifted from one community to another. When they finally gathered all the lamps together and switched them on to form a giant map of the Philippines, it was more than just a world record. It was a statement, a declaration that we have the power, literally, to create our own light. This record is so much more than just the final count. It's about empowerment. It showed the world that Filipinas are not just beautiful faces. We are innovators, engineers, and leaders. We are the ones building the future, one solar lamp at a time. It's a story about women seeing a problem and not waiting for someone else to fix it. They became the solution. They became the light. And honestly, what's more powerful than that? I'll wait. This wasn't just about breaking a record for the sake of it. It was about breaking barriers. Barriers of poverty, of access, of gender roles. These women showed every little girl in every remote village that she, too, could be a builder, a creator, a force for change. They proved that you don't need a fancy degree or a big title to make a monumental impact. All you need is a big heart, a clever idea, and the will to make a difference. So when you see the pictures of that glowing map of the Philippines, made of thousands of handcrafted lights, remember the hands that built them. Remember the spirit behind them. It's the spirit of a people who know how to find light in the darkest of places, and when they can't find it, they just go ahead and build it themselves. And that, my loves, is the kind of energy we should all be trying to channel. Period. Alright, so from handmade lights to man-made marvels, let's talk about something Filipinos love almost as much as karaoke and family drama basketball. We are obsessed. Like, you will see a makeshift hoop made out of a rusty rim and a piece of plywood in the middle of a rice field. That's how deep it runs. So it only makes sense that we would have the world's largest indoor arena, right? Go big or go home, I told you. And we definitely did not go home. I'm talking about the Philippine Arena. You guys, this place is not an arena. It's a mothership. It's so massive, it looks like a giant, beautiful silver spaceship landed in the middle of Bulacan. It can hold over 55,000 people. 55,000. That's more than the entire population of some small cities. You could fit Madison Square Garden inside it like twice, with room to spare for a sari-sari store and a Jollibee. It was built by the Iglesia ni Cristo, and it stands as this monument to, what else? Filipino ambition. We don't do subtle. When we decide to build something, we build it to be seen from space. It's a testament to Filipino engineering, architecture, and our collective desire to have a place big enough for all our cousins to come and hang out. It's a symbol that says, yeah, we can do that. And we'll do it bigger and better. And what do you do when you have the world's biggest indoor arena? You host the biggest party, obviously. Enter the FIBA Basketball World Cup. The whole world had its eyes on us, and we were like, welcome to our house, please remove your shoes. The energy was insane, but the real gag was the opening game between the Philippines and the Dominican Republic. We didn't just sell some tickets, babes. We made history. A staggering 38,115 fans packed into the Philippine Arena for that single game. That wasn't just a big crowd, it was the largest attendance for a FIBA World Cup game. Ever. In the history of ever. We didn't just break the old record, we shattered it, stomped on it, and then swept up the pieces. The previous record from 1994 stood for decades, and we just casually broke it on a Friday. As you do, the atmosphere in that arena was electric. It was a sea of red, white, and blue. 38,000 voices screaming, Puso, heart, in unison. You could feel the floor shake. It was more than just a game, it was a national event. It was a pure, unfiltered display of Filipino passion. We may not have the tallest players, but I swear, we have the loudest and most passionate fans on the planet. No contest. That record-breaking crowd sent a message to the entire world. It said that the Philippines is the heartland of basketball. It's not just a sport here, it's a religion. It's woven into the fabric of our culture. And having that moment, in our arena, on our home court, was a moment of immense national pride. It was us showing up and showing the world how it's done. So yeah, we might be known for our hospitality, but don't forget we're also known for bringing the house down. Okay, let's switch gears from sports to another national pastime, malling. Yes, it's a verb here. And if malling is a sport, then the SM Mall of Asia is our Olympic stadium. Forget everything you know about malls. This is not a place you just go to buy a new pair of jeans. This is a destination, a pilgrimage. It's a sprawling, gigantic city within a city right by the sea, and it is a testament to the Filipino concept of more is more. When this place first opened, it was one of the biggest malls in the world, and it completely changed the game. We're talking 4.4 million square feet of retail space. It has its own concert arena, an Olympic-sized ice skating rink, in a tropical country, make it make sense. A convention center, an amusement park with a freaking Ferris wheel overlooking Manila Bay, and so many shops. You could literally get lost in there for days, and probably emerge with a new family and a pet. The Mall of Asia, or MOA as we call it, isn't just about shopping. It's a cultural hub. It's where families spend their entire Sunday, where friends meet up, where couples go on dates. It's air-conditioned, which, in the Philippines, is a gift from the gods. It's a place of refuge from the heat, a one-stop shop for literally anything you could ever want or need. Need groceries? Done. Want to watch a movie in IMAX? Easy. Feel like ice skating and then eating a 5-course meal? Say less. What's really iconic about it is the sheer scale of its ambition. It was built on reclaimed land, which is basically us saying to the ocean, excuse me, we need more space for a Zara. It represents the Filipino dream, magnified. It's a symbol of our growing economy, our consumer power, and our endless hospitality. They literally have a giant iconic globe at the entrance, as if to say the whole world is welcome here. And the world comes. On an average weekend, this place can draw hundreds of thousands of people. It's like a constant festival. The energy is buzzing, chaotic, and so uniquely Filipino. You'll see lolos and lolas having coffee, kids running around the amusement park, teenagers taking a million selfies for their Instagram. It's a microcosm of our entire society, all under one gigantic roof. It's a testament to how we love to gather, to celebrate, and to be together. Building something this massive is a statement of confidence. It says we believe in our future, we believe in our people's aspirations, and we're not afraid to think on a grand scale. The SM Mall of Asia is more than just concrete and glass. It's a landmark of Filipino progress and a symbol of our larger-than-life spirit. It's proof that when we dream, we don't just dream big, we dream mall-sized. And let's be real, it's the perfect backdrop for any drama. Lost your cousin in the department store? A classic. Broke up with your boyfriend by the bay? Cinematic. Had a family reunion that took up 3 whole tables at the food court? That's just a regular Tuesday. The Mall of Asia isn't just a place, it's a character in the story of modern Filipino life. And honey, she is the main character. Now, we've talked a lot about being the biggest and the largest, but Filipino greatness comes in all sizes. And I mean all sizes. Let me tell you the story of Junri Balawing, a man from a small village in Zamboanga del Norte, who held a very big title, the shortest living man in the world. And when I say short, I mean he was just 23.6 inches tall. That's less than 2 feet. He literally stopped growing when he was a baby. On his 18th birthday, the Guinness World Records officials came to his remote village to officially measure him. Can you imagine the scene? The whole world turning its attention to this tiny corner of the Philippines to celebrate this young man. He took the title from a man in Nepal, and for a time, all eyes were on Junri. It was a huge moment, not just for him and his family, but for the entire country. His story is a beautiful reminder that records aren't just about strength or size in the conventional sense. They're about celebrating the incredible, mind-boggling diversity of human existence. Junri's life wasn't easy. His condition made it difficult for him to walk or stand for long, so his family was his rock. His parents and siblings cared for him with so much love, carrying him everywhere, making sure he was a part of everything. The title didn't just bring him fame, it brought awareness and support. It highlighted the challenges faced by people with rare conditions, especially in rural areas. But more than that, it showed Junri's incredible spirit. In photos and videos, you always saw him with this shy, sweet smile. Despite his physical limitations, his spirit was immense. He was a son, a brother, a beloved member of his community. His story is a lesson in perspective. We're so often obsessed with being bigger, faster, stronger. But here was a man whose claim to fame was his smallness, and it was just as valid, just as incredible, as any other record. It celebrated his uniqueness, not as a disability, but as a documented world record-breaking fact of his existence. It was a way of saying, you are here, you are seen, and you are remarkable just as you are. Junri's record is a testament to the fact that every single Filipino, no matter their circumstances, has a story worth telling. It challenges our definitions of what it means to be great. Greatness isn't just about building towering structures or filling stadiums. Sometimes, greatness is found in the quiet strength of a family's love, in the resilience of a young man facing incredible odds, and in the simple, profound fact of being alive. Sadly, Junri passed away in 2020, but his story lives on. He remains the shortest man ever documented who was non-mobile. He left a legacy that is so much bigger than his physical stature. He reminded the world to look closer, to celebrate differences, and to find the extraordinary in the unexpected. He was a small man from a small village who left a giant mark on the world, and that is a record in itself. Alright, now we're heading up north, to the majestic mountains of the Cordilleras, specifically to Kalinga province. This place is pure magic, you guys. Ancient rice terraces, breathtaking landscapes, and a culture that is so rich and so powerful. The people of Kalinga are known for their strength, their artistry, and their deep connection to their heritage. And they decided to show this to the world in the most epic way possible, with gongs and pots. First up, the gongs. The gong, or gangsa, is not just an instrument in Kalinga, it's the heartbeat of the community. It's played during rituals, celebrations, peace pacts. It's the soundtrack of their lives. So, in 2023, they decided to gather the largest gong ensemble ever. They brought together 3,440 men, all dressed in traditional Kalinga attire, to play the gongs in unison. Can you even begin to imagine the sound? It must have been absolutely earth-shattering. 3,440 gongs, all resonating together, the sound echoing through the valleys of Tabuk City. It wasn't just a performance, it was a prayer. It was the ancestors speaking. It was the collective spirit of the Kalinga people made audible for the entire world to hear. The precision, the unity, the sheer power of it all. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. This record was about more than just making noise. It was a powerful act of cultural preservation. In a world that's changing so fast, the people of Kalinga made a deafening statement that their traditions are alive, they are vibrant, and they are not going anywhere. They passed down the rhythms from the elders to the youth, ensuring that the heartbeat of their culture will continue to beat for generations to come. But wait, there's more. Because the women of Kalinga were not about to be outdone. Oh no, they had their own record to break. They gathered for the Banga dance. This is an iconic dance where women balance heavy clay pots, or banga, on their heads, sometimes stacking them multiple layers high. It's a dance that symbolizes strength, grace, and the daily life of Kalinga women who would carry water from the rivers. So, they assembled the largest Banga dance ensemble ever recorded. A staggering 4,681 women and girls participated. 4,681. All moving with a grace and strength that is just breathtaking. They balanced these pots on their heads, their movements fluid and synchronized, telling a story of resilience and community. It was a beautiful, powerful spectacle of feminine strength. These two records, happening together, paint such a complete picture of the Kalinga spirit. The masculine energy of the thundering gongs and the feminine grace of the balancing pots. It shows the harmony and balance within their culture. It was the entire community coming together to say, this is who we are, this is our art, this is our strength. And they did it on a scale that the world had never seen before. It's a powerful lesson for all of us. Your culture, your heritage, your traditions, they are your superpower. The people of Kalinga didn't need to invent something new to break the world record. They just had to share what was already theirs, what was already beautiful and powerful, and do it with a pride and unity that was undeniable. They didn't just break records, they celebrated their soul. Okay, so we've had light, we've had basketball, we've had malls, we've had big hearts and big sounds. Now, let's get into the kind of record that makes you go, wait, what? Because this is peak Filipino creativity, humor and extraness all rolled into one. We're going to the island of Negros Occidental in the Visayas to visit a hotel. But this isn't just any hotel. It's the world's largest chicken-shaped building. Yes, a chicken hotel. You heard me. Let me introduce you to Manok ni San Pedro, or the Chicken of St. Peter. This isn't some small cute little chicken coop. No. This is a 5-story, fully functional building, shaped like a majestic, proud rooster, standing tall and looking out over the landscape. It's got a head, a beak, a comb on top, and a fantail. It's so anatomically correct, it's kind of iconic. The beak is literally a balcony. I can't. This masterpiece was the brainchild of a local poultry magnate, and it started as a personal tribute to his family's business and his faith. The rooster is a symbol of St. Peter, but it's also a huge part of the local economy and culture. Cockfighting is a big deal in the Philippines, and chicken is on, like, every menu. So building a giant chicken is both deeply personal and culturally resonant. It's quirky, but it makes perfect sense if you're Filipino. The building itself is an architectural wonder of weirdness. It houses the owner's business offices and was intended to be a guest house or hotel. Imagine checking in and saying, "Yes, I'd like a room in the left wing, please." It's so wonderfully absurd. It captures the Filipino sense of humor and our ability to not take ourselves too seriously. Why build a boring square building when you can build a giant chicken? Exactly. This record is my favorite kind because it's born from pure, unadulterated passion and a touch of madness. It wasn't commissioned by a government or a huge corporation. It was one man's dream to honor his livelihood in the biggest, most literal way possible. It's a celebration of local industry, a giant feathered nod to the poultry farmers of the region. It became an instant landmark. People travel from all over just to see it, to take a picture with this colossal rooster. It's a testament to the idea that if you build something weird and wonderful enough, people will come. It shows that our creativity isn't limited to traditional arts. It can be architectural, it can be funny, and it can be shaped like poultry. This building is a conversation starter, a head turner, and a world record holder. So while other countries are competing to build the tallest skyscraper, the Philippines is out here winning awards for the biggest chicken building. And honestly, I think that's a flex. It says that we value whimsy, we celebrate our local heroes, even the feathered ones, and we're not afraid to be different. It's a reminder that the greatest achievements are often the ones that come straight from the heart, even if the heart wants to build a 5-story rooster. So, which of these incredible records flipped your perspective the most? Did it resonate with the community spirit of the solar lamps? 1. The quirky, unforgettable charm of the Chicken Hotel? 2. Or maybe the sheer jaw-dropping scale of the Philippine arena and its roaring crowd? 3. Let's add in the powerful gong and banga dances. 4. The city-sized mall. 5. And the unforgettable story of Junri Balawing. 6. Drop the number that blew your mind in the comments below. Hit that like button, tag a kababayan who needs a serious pride boost, and subscribe so you don't miss the next time we prove the world wrong and celebrate another incredible Filipino achievement. This journey just scratches the surface, you guys. It shows that the Filipino spirit can't be put in a box, unless that box is a world record-breaking arena, I guess. We are a nation of contrasts and contradictions, of quiet strength and loud celebrations. We are the women handcrafting a sustainable dawn, and the architects building a 5-story rooster. We are the thousands of voices screaming for a basketball team, and the thousands of dancers balancing pots with silent grace. We are complex, we are creative, and we are constantly outdoing ourselves. From handcrafted lamps lighting up Manila mornings to a rooster-shaped palace in the Visayas, the Philippines isn't just joining the record race. It's rewriting the rulebook with a karaoke mic in one hand and a halo in the other. The world keeps asking how big, how many, how fast. And time and again, Filipinas and Filipinos answer, hold my tuba, watch this. And when the next dawn breaks, chances are it'll be solar-powered, record-breaking, and unmistakably Pinoy, shining brightly for all the world to see.